Rock and roll may live forever, but we only retire once. Kevin Lamour of Our Financial Plans and Quadris Investment Services offers a large range of financial solutions from some of the biggest leaders in the investment and insurance landscape of Canada. See how a solid financial plan built with friendly and professional advice can help. Find out more at ourfinancialplans.ca or give them a call at 705-949-1316. Hey folks, and welcome to another episode of the Lonesome Cowboy Podcast. And I have, coming from Kitchener, Ontario area, that sounds about right, and his name is Dave Pike, and he's got so many projects on the go, the guy makes me sick. Onion Honey meeting, the main one. Thanks for coming on, Dave.
Hey, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Excellent, excellent. So, let's, I'm going to talk about these two projects down the road, but now you have to justify to me the weird food names that you name your bands. Onion Honey and Maple Mustard. What's wrong with you, Dave? What are we doing here?
So Onion Honey is mine and my girlfriend's project. It's been 13 years now.
Sure.
And honestly, it came as we were like driving through the country. You know how you see the billboards by the side of the road, and it just has the list of all their stuff. Yeah. Just had Onion and Honey beside each other, and
Onion
right
honey.
thing, right time. That was
there you
it.
go.
Yeah. And then Maple Mustard is just a play on that.
And that's it, eh?
That's it.
Onion Honey, Maple Mustard. Okay, good. Well, you see, I got a weird story too. I had a band called Buffalo Alice. And people go, where did you get that name? My wife's from North Dakota, so when on one of our trips years ago, we were driving down there, and you drive on I-94 in the middle of a prairie, and a sign comes up for an exit that is for two small towns called Buffalo and Alice.
Yes.
Two together, and I went, that's a band name.
That's it. See? Signs.
Signs.
That's it.
Just like
That's
the five-man electrical band wrote. There you go. So, back to Onion Honey. Tell me all about that band, Dave. You guys have been really successful.
Thank you. Oh,
well,
that's generous.
compared to me, everybody's successful.
Hey, I'll take it. Okay. So, Onion Honey has been, I mean, it's been the project of my girlfriend and I since we got together, pretty much.
Cool.
Started out as a duo. We started out more in a jug band type vibe.
Nice.
Kind of how the kazoos and stuff got in there,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of evolved from there. Getting deeper and deeper into more traditional mostly old time, is where we come from, and. And so we've just been kind of plugging along since then. So, I mean, it's definitely an example of persistence being key as far as success goes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's been a long time. But we started as a duo. We added members. We lost members. We added more. Mm-hmm. You know, the current crew, we've been with them, I think, 8 years or more now.
Cool.
So we've gotten really tight in that time, of course, right? And it's been a great ride. Things have really gotten exciting in the last few years, maybe. Changing, I don't know. I guess it started to change when we stopped recording in my studio.
Okay.
But maybe it was because we were making more of a serious push to do more, you know?
So stop recording in your studio because you wanted to go to a better studio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And just like, because it changes it for me, right? Because I stop having to be the engineer and the producer and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you get to concentrate on one thing then, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good point.
So, no, it was a really nice change. The first one that we did in studio was at House of Miracles with Andy McGoffin in Cambridge here. And House of Miracles is right. He's amazing. He's so good.
There you go. Gotta love it. Now, we have mentioned Maple Mustard, so tell us about that project and what's the main diff here between the two?
So the thing about Maple Mustard, it was kind of temporary, so don't put too much stock in it. What happened was I took a couple years to try and do music full time.
Sure.
And I kind of started or got back to my other project called Northland Rail Service. And
Yeah, I saw that one. That was kind of cool too.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And so what happened was I started booking more stuff with that, and then Onion Honey was also getting gigs, and sometimes there would be conflicts. And so what they did was they brought in another person, not really to replace me, a fiddle player, and they played a few, and they did a EP, I think, without me. And so it was Esther and Esther, Kayleigh, Leanne, and our friend Allison on the fiddle.
Right.
And so they did a few shows. They played Banjo Fest, which was real cool.
Yeah.
It was weird to see like almost my band from the audience, right? It was really
Out of body
interesting.
experience.
Yeah. It was a really interesting experience. It was
That's
cool.
wonderful. Yeah. So yeah. Now on top of all that, you're doing session work. Yeah, like through air gigs, and I think I found you on another one, and it's like,
Maybe.
yeah, I don't know. Either way, you're all over the place. Do you do any session work or anything all in the area where you live, or is it just purely online?
It's been purely online, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know why exactly. I'm open to it, but there's not a lot of other bands quite like us in the area.
Sure.
So maybe that's just it,
Huh?
or the folk and bluegrass bands are sort of insular, they want to be with
Yeah,
their band, and that's kind of it.
there is that. Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine. That's okay. I
Okay,
like
well,
the
that's
online
cool.
stuff. It's kind of
Yeah.
at your leisure.
Well, you know what? You opened up something to me because I mean, I pride myself on my songwriting, and I went, hey, they even have a songwriter section. So today I was in the process of filling out something. Maybe I'll try, give it a shot. You know what I mean?
Ah,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Give the folks a money back guarantee and say, hey, if you don't like it, no problem.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. I love the idea. I don't like I've done a few, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not like I do it full time or anything.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's really cool. I'm up there for all the instruments I play. Well, most of the instruments I play. And it's just neat, to be able to play on different styles and just wildly different music that you would play on that you would make yourself.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
cool. It's
exactly.
cool.
I the oh, I can't remember where my train of thought was going. That's what happens when you get old. I just ticked the calendar forward there about a week ago, so
Hey.
I'm blaming it on brain damage.
Yeah, fair
Mind
enough.
you,
Happy birthday.
thank you. My CT key scan came back and it showed nothing. Wait, yeah. You know how people get brain farts? I get brain farts too, but they echo. And that's my comedic talent for the day. Thank you very much.
That's good. That's
There
good.
you go. So, you're a multi-instrumentalist too, Dave. I mean, if it's got a strings on it, you're playing it. Banjo, mandolin,
Mhm.
guitar, anything else that I missed?
Double bass.
Oh,
that's
you
this
got
way.
one
You
of
can barely
those.
see
Those
it.
are cool, man.
Yeah, double bass. I play a little bit of fiddle, but that's not so great.
Yeah. I tried doing that, but that cat just wouldn't die.
Yeah.
It kept screaming. So what came first for you, Dave? Was that guitar and then you moved on from there? Yeah.
Yeah, started with guitar. What was it? Started with guitar. I think I got a mandolin at some point,
Hmm.
and then maybe no, it's guitar. I think I got a banjo next, but never really learned how to play it. Inspired by Haydn, of all people. Um,
Hayden? Banjo?
yeah,
Hayden, the classical composer?
no, the
Wait.
other Haydn, the
Oh,
Canadian folk musician Haydn.
oh, sorry. I get, oh, whoops. There, just
Fair
showed my
enough.
ignorance.
I mean, try googling it. It's
I will now. Yeah. I want to see that pile of shit I stepped in.
Oh, Hayden's great. Hayden's great. He's
Good.
he's one of the reasons I got into folk music. He's not like old time. He's not bluegrass or anything like. He's very like Canadian folk.
Yeah, sure. Well,
Um,
yeah. You've been down the same road I have with instruments actually, because
yeah.
I've had a mandolin too.
hmm hmm
I had a Kentucky the first time, and then something I don't know what it was after that, and got rid of them again,
Mm-hmm.
rented one,
Okay.
didn't bother buying one. Then I tried banjo.
Mm-hmm.
Holy frustration, Batman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When I was trying to, I thought, yeah, I can't do the Scruggs picking. So
Yep.
I figured I'll try claw hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when the lesson is, okay, here's the claw hammer technique. Now do that for 15 minutes a day for a month, and then we can move on. And I
Yeah.
went, I'm moving on. I'm old. I don't have time.
Skip that step. Go straight to move on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really. Yeah, I'm out. So there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Can
I'm,
relate. Yeah.
well, I'm glad. But you stuck with it, you see, and I'm just an impatient old man. That's what it is. Onion Honey, you guys are prolific.
Thank you.
You guys just, I mean, I know I wrote a lot of songs, but then you guys are pumping out albums like a holy cow. How many albums do you have right now under the Onion Honey banner?
Oh, geez. Official ones. I mean, looking at Spotify, I think it's like 5. Where is it?
Oh, I was on your
It's
website.
several anyway.
Yeah, I think it passed 5 than when I was counting on your website.
Yeah, it could be. Could be.
Yeah,
Let's see. What?
well, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I I really like to record. We have an EP coming out pretty soon too,
There you
and
go.
another single. Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
yeah, it's a lot. Esther is a prolific writer. The last single we came out with, Spite Rebranded, was hers.
Yeah.
And yeah, really great stuff. But I mean, personally, I love recording. I love making music, so just do it as often as we can.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
I find it interesting. And this is not even a question I prepared. I just thought of something. I mean, yeah, I'm probably twice your age.
I don't know
And
about that, but thank you.
I'm 63.
Yeah, nope.
Anyways, so but and that's always associated, that old-timey music is associated with those, old people playing it. Now you're grabbing onto it. So where do you guys find your that old-timey inspiration to write those great songs that are getting you that recognition? Because they say you gotta, live it, I guess, but I find that not necessarily true. But you guys write songs like they were written back then.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Where does that
there's
come
two
from?
sides. There's two sides of it, right?
Okay.
There's the musical side, the instrumental side of it, right? And then there's the lyrical side of it. The instrumental side of it is, I mean, it depends on how, with everything, right? On how deep your knowledge is of the genre, right? One person can listen to one genre and say it all sounds the same, but a person that's actually likes that genre will say, no way, everything is wildly different. And it's the same with folk, right? It's the same with folk and bluegrass and all that kind of stuff. So instrumentally, we are actually a bit of a mishmash. We play bluegrass festivals in the summer. We don't claim to be a bluegrass band, but we do, and so the real bluegrass folks that listen to us will call us newgrass.
Newgrass. Oh yes, I've
Yeah.
heard that before.
Yeah,
Yes.
which depending on who it's coming from, might be derogatory, which is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, and depending on what inflection, oh, that's newgrass.
Oh, it's that new grass. But yeah, so there's that, right? So we're a little bit we do have some modern stuff going on in the musical side, and then the lyrical side. I mean, folk music, the lyrics are really timeless, right?
I would agree. Yes.
Yeah, we tend to keep. That's changing a little bit recently, but we do tend to keep more modern language out of it. We're not talking about cell phones and, the rise of AI or what, like that's not coming up. Maybe one day. But,
What a folk song.
yeah, right. But I mean, you think about like the Luddite movement, it's,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
we might see it one day, right?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, so it depends on how deep you are into it, and we've definitely meandered a bit on that. Things are a little more modern these days than they have been in our past albums.
Hmm.
Which is just kind of what happens, right? You evolve over time as you make more music, and
Yeah.
things change, and good stuff. Great.
The roots and folk type music and country, but not that stuff on the radio. The other
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
and country have all seen a giant resurgence. And because I mean, now names like Willie Carlisle and Sierra
Hmm.
Farrell are on the tip of our tongues. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That was
Yeah.
never before. You
No.
know, if you said you listened to Woody Guthrie in the 50s, some might say who, and some
Hmm.
will go, ooh, why? You know what I mean?
Yep.
So now we're seeing a resurgence in that kind of stuff coming back. What do you think about the music that makes that people go, yeah, that's what I'm going to listen to. This is
Hmm.
good stuff. What makes them, what do you think, drawn to it?
You know, I my my instinct, it's not like I've done a survey, but my instinct would be that at least part of it is a reaction, to what popular music has sort of turned into over the last several decades,
Well
right?
said. Well said. No
Hmm.
one's ever said that before. Yeah, good
No?
point. Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, right? Like we've been moving further and further and further away from acoustic like I don't want to use the word real, right? But like acoustic music, music that's made without technological assistance, right?
Yes. Yeah.
As we move further and further into more and more technology helping us with this stuff, I feel like more and more people will be sort of yearning for that more, again, I don't want to say real, but like authentic, something,
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
je ne sais quoi, literally,
Yes. Yeah. That
of that
whatever.
kind of music. Yeah, like it just
Yeah.
feels more authentic, feels more like what genuine, to hear those foibles, your little, errors in your voice and stuff like that, and hear the flubs on the guitar, like don't edit that stuff out,
Yes. I agree 100%.
the EP that we're going to come out with, we recorded live off the floor.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's we did Banjo Church.
Yeah, I read about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we learned a bunch of gospel stuff. We're not exactly gospel people, but we learned a bunch of gospel music, if you take my meaning
I
there.
do.
And so for the longest time, we were like, we should collect some of our favorite songs and record them in the Banjo Church style, right? Which is just live performance, So
Yeah.
there's a church in town that we're fairly close with for performance reasons. So they put on concerts and stuff.
Sure.
And we asked if we could do this live off the floor recording there, in the glorious reverb of a real
Yeah, no
old
kidding.
timey church.
Yeah,
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 it's
yeah.
amazing. It sounds so good.
I bet.
Yeah,
I
but
can only
live off the
imagine.
floor and yeah, so
So
it's
did
it's
you use like
very.
a ear trumpet microphone? Oh, you did too. You
We
lucky
used
guy.
one. We used one, but
I
we
want
had to
one
do it
so
all.
bad.
Oh, they're so good. They're so good.
I've heard I want, yeah. And every
Hmm.
time I look at them and they're like $700, I'm like, ah.
Highly recommended though,
Oh,
honestly. Like the the technology, they look real old timey, but the tech in it
yeah.
to prevent feedback and stuff like that, like it's actually built way more technologically advanced than it looks, and it's so
Yeah.
cool. I
Yeah, I
think it's
bet.
really neat.
Yeah, that's
So,
awesome. I love it. Well,
hmm.
that's outstanding. Yeah, in that respect. Now, you were talking about leaving going into music and trying it out for full time. So I really did my research with you.
Uh-oh.
Are you still in tech?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
there you go.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
work I manage a tech support team these
oh
days.
cool. So you probably
Very
can
exciting.
work from home.
Hmm.
There you
Yep,
go. That's even better, isn't it?
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, good, fantastic. This is in regards, and I'd love to get your opinion. I've been asking a lot of the artists on this kind of stuff, and there's all that talk right now that's going on. And I'm noticing in the US that the musicians are starting to come together. They're starting to organize.
Hmm.
I haven't seen it happening too much here in Canada, unfortunately. Um, but they're trying to, make venues and musicians, better and get them better treatment, I guess you could say, for lack of a better. What do you think about venues? What can they do that they're not doing to make it better for artists to play there? Or even just to connect with them to see if they can play there.
Hmm. It's a big question.
Yeah. I mean, I have my laundry list.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the venue,
Yeah.
right? Number one. But there's a lot of different levels to it, and
Hmm.
having been at it so long, and we've sort of gone through a lot of that to playing at cafes, for pay what you can or whatever, and having two people show up and spending more on the tea that you bought than you get in, you
Yeah.
know.
I did one of those once and it was an out of town gig. I walked out with 20 bucks going, okay.
Yep, yep. So I mean, there's that kind of thing, but you know, at the same time, especially the tiny cafes that'll let anybody come in and play, they don't make a lot of money anyway.
No.
How are they going to afford to pay $300 for a band?
Well, I mean, that's about it. When I think about what you get paid, I think a lot of it's a case of there's the spot. It's all yours. Do what you want.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
they step out of the way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a tough call. Like, venues could absolutely do a better job of actually bringing in people, right? Venues are always saying, like, sure, you can have the space,
Yeah.
but
Do you have a following? I can't, and my
yeah,
answer is always, do you have a clientele?
yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
What's the responsibility here? You want
Yeah.
people in your business, right? Like,
Mhm.
I mean, so do I, at least for that one night, but
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
so, so part of that is like venues having regular events, right? Like
Mhm.
market yourself as an actual musical venue, that has music on a regular basis, and people will understand that and come on that sort of cadence, right?
Yeah.
And you'll
Yeah.
start to build an audience, and it won't matter so much specifically which artist actually comes in,
Yeah.
right? Ideally, right? Obviously always good if they can pay, but different venues have different
Yeah. Methods of
capabilities,
compensation. Sure. Yep.
and that comes down to the size of the type of group it is too, right? If you're
Hmm.
just starting out, you're a singer songwriter, it's your second show, I wouldn't expect to get paid all that much anyway,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to. Yeah, so it is. I try not to be too hard on the venues and say you should be paying everybody $100 a night. They should,
Well, you're
but
right.
I also
Yeah.
understand they can't afford it.
Yeah. And I get it too, and what I try to educate them on is that, hey, there's alternatives.
Yeah,
We can try
yeah,
something else. What can you give me? Can you
sure.
provide a PA system? that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Can you
Yeah,
can you give me some food? You know what I mean? Can you give me
yep,
some drinks? That kind of stuff.
yeah. It goes a long way.
It goes a long way, and rather than nitpicking on you kind of thing.
Hmm.
There's a group in Minnesota in the Twin Cities, and I connected with through Folk Music Ontario and Folk Canada
Nice.
last year. I'm sure we were there at the same time in August last
Maybe.
year. Were you there in Toronto,
Uh,
in Mississauga?
did we go to? What was it? No, the last one we went to was in London.
Oh, okay. You went in
It was the
2023.
year
Yeah,
before. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I went there and I connected, and I've been following them, and they're now trying to get the venues and all the musicians to do a standardized advance for every gig.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I can email you their stuff. It's kind of
Yeah, I'd love to
it's
see
like,
it.
wow, that really nails things down
That's
because they're
cool.
getting tired of too many people showing up,
Hmm.
and they're going, "Who are you? You get how much?" Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, yeah, like that's an interest. So you're talking more like pooling resources between a bunch of things, or
Yeah,
maybe I have to
they're
read
well,
it.
they're called Teacup, Twin Cities United Performers.
Oh, I like it. Oh,
Yeah.
I like it.
So it's Duluth and Minneapolis, the
Okay. All
Twin
right.
Cities, and like I said, they're just trying to get the venues to come on board to
Mhm.
respond to these advance notices, so they can go, oh, okay, now everything runs smoother now,
Right.
and
Sure.
then yeah, so I like what they're
That's
doing.
cool.
So I'd like
That's
to see
cool.
something like that happen in Canada, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah, I mean something.
Yeah. Dave, you guys are very accomplished and you've accomplished quite a bit in a short period of time. At least I think it's a short period of time. The older
Thank
you
you.
get, the shorter some time is. And
Yeah.
what's next? Anything big? Anything coming? Anything, hey, we can't tell you because it's so great it's going to explode?
Um,
Or
I mean,
not?
I already blew it on the EP that's coming out.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Yeah, we got a couple things coming through the summer. New single, and then a new EP as well.
Nice.
It's not a single from that EP. It's separate. So those are coming. I mean, I think the single's going to be May. EP's probably going to be June or something. So it's all coming. It's all coming soon.
Right on.
Yeah, very excited for that. And then over this summer, we're playing a bunch of festivals, mostly bluegrass festivals, all over Ontario. So that'll be
Bluegrass,
fun.
newgrass.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what
That's
they tell
awesome.
us.
What's your next gig coming up? Where are you going to be in the next little while?
What is our next thing coming up? It's a good question. I should have
See,
thought of
see,
that.
folks, that's a busy musician. They don't remember where they're playing next. I'm going on
Yeah.
tour in October. Somebody asked me, what cities are you playing? And I actually forgot a couple. I laughed. I says, oh, that feels great. I says, I get that, you know, I'm such a busy musician. I forgot.
Nice. Yeah, that's great. I think I mean we're doing the Honer Avenue porch party at the end of May.
Oh, right. Yeah, I saw that.
hmm Which
Yeah.
is always it's a wonderful time. Those
Hmm.
like community event kind of things are
Yeah. Yeah.
super cool. But the
Excellent.
next big thing is the Tottenham Bluegrass Festival in June.
Where's that?
Tottenham.
I bet.
It's in Ontario.
Somewhere. Okay.
Um,
Tottenham. There you go, folks.
yeah, where is it? Where is it actually? I think it is actually Tottenham.
There's festivals everywhere. They're popping up all over the place. And
I
some of them are
know.
closing down all over the place, too. That's the worst part.
Yeah, there's been a couple sad ones recently. Like this
Yeah.
was the first year that I actually applied to all of the festivals that we should apply for in a year. And
Hey,
like a number of them came back and were like, we're not doing it this year. It's
wow.
so sad. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. They must be holding. I don't know how they're picking, but I'm not one of them. 4 years in a row, I haven't got any festivals.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Bummer.
I'm beginning to question. I tell you what,
That's tough.
Dave, in the meantime, tell the folks where they can find out more about Onion Honey and all the stuff that you do so well
Ah.
and connect
Um
and connect.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're all over the internet. We're on the main socials. But most importantly, go first to onionhoney.com, our actual website. You can find links to everything else from there, but we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Blue Sky. All of that is at Onion Honey Music, one form or another.
Nice.
We are on all the streaming services, all our most recent stuffs, and Spotify, Apple Music, literally all of them. Deezer, Napster, all of them.
Same
Everybody.
here. I got you. Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect. That's what we want.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's good marketing, as we all know. It doesn't make any money, but hopefully make a fan or two.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's the idea.
Excellent. Well, thank you once again, Dave, for coming on the program. Great just having a little conversation about the
Yeah.
musical world and what's going on.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Rock and roll may live forever, but we only retire once. Kevin Lamour of Our Financial Plans and Quadris Investment Services offers a large range of financial solutions from some of the biggest leaders in the investment and insurance landscape of Canada. See how a solid financial plan built with friendly and professional advice can help. Find out more at ourfinancialplans.ca or give them a call at 705-949-1316.